Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and today we're doing some nuclear heat destruction. I don't even know what that is, but Cedric gave me some advice. This is probably going to go over 2 episodes. This episode where I try to figure it out from the little bit of information that I've gotten, and maybe next episode after I do a little bit of research, unless maybe I figure it out the first time, which thinking probably not, but we'll see. So I'm going to need nuclear waste, I believe, to make this happen. I'm producing nuclear waste. Where I want to do the cooling is on a different asteroid, so what I'm doing is sending a pipe from here all the way down to the teleportation equipment in this little section, doing some insulation because I'm expecting that nuclear waste to be hot. My goal is to get access to this guy here, this water geyser, and we're going to dig this area out and do a little bit of experimenting today. Since this is going to require a little bit of digging on the smaller asteroid, we might as well send our best digger, Rock, over to help out. See if we made any progress getting that nuclear waste connected. Actually, I shouldn't see that. I had it set up so it's not going to pump yet. Maybe I'd be smart. It looks like it's all in place, ready to go on this side. Oh, a little bit of work here. But maybe I'd be smart to set up how I'm going to use it first rather than have it waiting in the pipe. So we'll do that. Earlier I had sent some water here. Let's just get rid of some of those vents. Make sure we're getting all the seacomb we can. Notice a flaw with my setup here. We've got meat which is not going anywhere. It is slowly going bad. Not cool. That's because of this automation. So let's resolve to fix this so this doesn't happen anymore. Let's start off by getting rid of that. And we'll route our automation to go like this and jump over like that. Okay. Assume that meat is now, well, it's actually the paku. There it is, on the way to the deep freezer. Let's check on the deep freezer that it's nice and cool still. All looks well with that setup. Over in this asteroid, building some tiling so we can get across. I think the idea is we need a cooling line and obviously access this very hot stuff. And we want to put in some of our nuclear waste here. Cool it off with a system that's just above. We'll figure that out after. I'm not sure if clearing out the obsidian is necessary or not, but I'm going to do it anyways. So here is what I understand that I need. I've got a cooling line. It's going to cool this nuclear waste. That's made out of this radiant iron. That's radiant pipe made of iron. That makes this melt at 1534. And the temperature here is 1512. I'm really risking it. If I had more steel, I'll probably use steel, but we'll see how we get with iron. Put that in like that, insulate it. Top of this little section here is just for the nuclear waste. Once we're ready to dump that in. Just a few more pieces to complete this. We can start with our planned insulate across. Just leaving the hole where we need to do a little bit of construction here and here. So I sealed this off and thought to myself, I still need some sort of logic to tell me when I don't need cooling. I don't want to necessarily run this forever, though maybe that's actually never going to be the case. But just in case it is, I'm going to put in an automation to determine when things are cold enough. But I'm also wondering what liquid I should use for this. My immediate thought is petroleum, because if I use water, that could burst in pipes, getting too hot. Once we get to that point, I'll see if there's any other option, but probably that it's going to be petroleum, which means we're going to have to bring that over before we bring in our nuclear waste. What temperature to make this? Come back to that too, later too. I guess that's going to depend on the type of liquid I put into this thing. Just looking up my options, petroleum here gets too hot at 538, but also notice nuclear waste. Might actually be a decent thing to put in. It's 526, a little bit cooler. Can't tolerate anything at 26. I don't think that's going to be an issue. So since I have to bring in nuclear waste anyways, maybe that will also be the coolant. We're going to put in a thermo aquatuner that'll take that in and out. Actually, is nuclear waste going inside this machine going to cause issues? You know what? We'll find out. So effectively, we're going to need something like this to do a top up of both nuclear waste. Probably combine that here. And we'll have this guy running, made out of steel. We'll need to put in, okay, I already have a vacuum, that's nice. Put in some water, do that later. Start to seal this off. Just making sure we've got all the piping going in and out of this, even when it doesn't need to operate. Oh, and the temperature. Since it's 20, let's say 50 degrees or above, that's when you can do some cooling. If that will even be needed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, once this is built, I'll make a wall right here. We'll make this side accessible by the non-vacuum area and build a steam turbine above that. Yeah, so let's do this type of thing. We don't exactly need to have that like that. There we go. Just realized I did not actually build this tile right here. Making sure we go in from the vacuum side, otherwise we'll have to find out something. Very cold on this. Oh yeah, that's right, just because we're building on top of a cold biome. And I just have a few pieces of material, aluminum I'm bringing over. Thinking of using that for the cooling of our steam turbine. So one steam turbine going in here. And we'll put in some conductive panels made out of that aluminum. Kind of like here, here, and there, and there. And camera is ready to join the team. Most of my construction has not been on this base, but well, this episode's a little different. Let's see, how many do we have? It's 4 in here. So what I've got going on, I'm gonna have I'm gonna tap into the cooling line so we can go in and out. Why can we? Oh, I see. Maybe a ladder like that would help. Let's double check some of this stuff. Our nuclear waste is going to go around and around like this. A little bit of it will go in here. We'll need to find some water to start off with this system. Our cooling line is water, so we can easily just kind of connect that in for a little bit of time to get some water down here. Obviously wait for that insulated tile to be built. Oh, and power. Right. Yeah, plan that here in a second. Putting 2 transformers up here and a conductive wire that's going to go feed power to this thermo aquatuner. Sure, everything is healthy over here. Oh, can get a random item. Cinnabar ore. Just checking for some floors that are wet. Getting just a little bit of that, not a whole lot. Oh, bunch over here though. What is the temperature? Okay, nice and green. Comfortable. That's nice to see. Oh, you know what? Let's also flip down to the bottom. Haha. Solid carbon dioxide. So that's kind of taking care of the gas issue, though. Uh-oh. What's happened to you? I think you're actually fine, or are you stuck? I can't quite tell. Do this just in case. Yeah, I think we need to do something with gas. I'm gonna start digging out this spot. Here's my thinking. I want to be careful about carbon dioxide that's going to turn solid, so we'll kind of insulate, pick up anything. I also don't want a lot of this polluted oxygen, and actually there's polluted oxygen from here as well. Oh, just curious where this oxygen is coming from. I would have thought that's all polluted anyway. But yeah, as or essentially just allowing that polluted oxygen to make its way up here and not go into the pumps that I'm eventually going to put down this little zone. Could be a little bit of liquid down here, so maybe I should build my pump one tile up from the bottom. Just a little bit short of igneous rock. I'd like to have some of this for an insulated line that's going to go from our teleportation equipment way up here. It's going to transport nuclear waste down. I think I can make it at least that far. Do that for now. And then come back over to this asteroid and plan what we're going to do over here. My plan for this asteroid with growing natural gas and other stuff. We're going to bring in, I guess we'll need a spot for sour gas. I was going to skip the, I still need to filter for chlorine, but we're not going to have infinite storage for chlorine. We'll have that later on, just directly go up here because these guys consume it like crazy. But yeah, we'll look for not oxygen and see where we get with this. Check over here. We've got our insulated line that's going to hopefully take some nuclear waste. And maybe that's going to be it. Or maybe this is going to be completely going to fail on us. We'll find out. Let's not forget to put in some... Oh, that's going to be a little bit... Whoa. How am I going to send water in? I guess maybe just a bridge. Kind of like this. I don't want too much, so I'm just going to carefully watch that be built. Water end up down here. Suffocating. Dash. How did you get in here, Dash? You probably... no. How did you come in here? Let's just get you over there. We'll see if that happens again. Closing off this area. Running this all off of this electrical line here. And I'm just wondering myself, maybe we should split this. We got some transformers up here. It's going to connect into this. We'll just disconnect that like that. In fact, maybe we'll even do this type of thing. I suppose, why am I getting that carbon? Oh, I know what's going to happen. Is that just pure carbon dioxide? Yeah, that's coming from the, Okay, I'll have to think about how I want to integrate that. What I've decided here is to just merge this, have this be our carbon dioxide. What are we looking for here? Natural gas and sour gas. I think we can make this operational now. We'll just check to see if this is going right. Carbon dioxide, the main thing right here. Excellent. Okay. All right, so that's working out. If that's the case, I've been holding off a little bit with this nuclear waste thing, but you know what? Boom. Let's do it. Let's see how this goes. That right there. Start to send nuclear waste. That's probably a sign that that's not actually... Oh, I see. Whole construction area that the dupes haven't been able to get to. Just take that out. Open up that whole thing. And if I did that, maybe there's no more need for this hydrogen pump right here. And did I ever do anything with that little I don't think I did. I think I just built a wall and kind of forgot, or not a Yeah, so you should be free again. Any nuclear waste? Okay, nuclear waste now moving again. Awesome. Actually, I don't know how much nuclear waste I need. I don't think I need a lot. But anyway, we'll see how this works out. So that's going to go down, down, down. Let's check to make sure our gas system here is operating. So that should slowly start to take care of things. Getting natural gas, carbon dioxide to start to go down. Not in a hurry, so I think that one pump should be fine. Oh, and see that. I think that's just insulated line that I don't really need, actually. Go back to our nuclear waste. Where has that gotten? Has that stuck anywhere? No. Almost 5 million calories. I kind of surprised that food is just not an issue anymore with this many dupes, but hey, not a bad thing. Oh, right. And the other thing is I built this specialized line to kind of go down like this. Maybe we'll even have that dedicated. Yeah. That's kind of happening because most of the breathing comes from this side, so that's why I just tapped into that. Anyway, back to our nuclear waste as that makes its way to teleportation equipment down here, unless it gets stuck. It got stuck. Shoot. Okay, a little bit of construction messed up right there. It's a spot the dupes need a little bit of help with. Probably shouldn't have this very hot area opened up. That was not really the intention. We'll do that. Okay, just one more piece of pipe going. Should be rolling once again. Okay, here we go, here we go. Probably not a big deal having this hot area with that not insulated. Nope. There we go. And there it is, nuclear waste being teleported. I have no idea how this is going to work, whether it even will work. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But like I said, if this doesn't work, next time I'll do some research and come back with something. Or maybe this is simply it. So I already have some water in here. What? What? Why do I have steam right there? Oh, oh shoot. Okay, I see why. I see why. Let's do that. Fortunately, this is an area with atmosuits, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, slow this down. Just curious what even goes on here. So, why is this an effective thing for cooling. We've got our... okay, so that's set up to actually cool off that. I don't know how much nuclear fallout we want, but... we get nuclear waste in its liquid form, and I guess nuclear fallout, which is in the now what's happening there? What's happening there? Nuclear waste, is that getting too... it's not getting too hot, because it's 500 and something that would turn to gas in the pipes. Waiting repair of iron. But why? Why? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. It must be getting too hot, right? Yeah, it is getting... oh, okay. Having petroleum wouldn't actually help all that much. Maybe my cooling line is way too big. Actually, maybe that's it. Maybe my cooling line's just too big. It doesn't have enough time to visit. So what if we just did this and this? Or, you know what? Maybe it needs to be like the smallest distance like that. No. No. Not quite. All right, I'll think about something and I'll come back to this. So the only thing I can think is maybe we really gotta cut this down. Do this type of thing. To go in like that, that's definitely more than we need. So why don't we cut that right there. Oh no, I loaded in too much. That's probably gonna bust anyways. Okay, okay, okay. What about this? What if we just had 2 tiles for the cooling? Oh shoot, oh. It's going and going and going. I almost feel like we should just have a single tile. Yeah, we're running out slowly. Is there any way I could get in there without causing an absolute mess? I don't even know. I believe we've got nuclear waste up here, and I don't know how that appeared. Oh, it probably busted in the pipe, maybe. Oh. Not sure how to get out of this. Here's what I'm going to try next. I'm going to have just a single radiant pipe here, but to get down here, we're going to go down on this side. I don't want water to go in, so do a little bit of mopping up. Destroy that. Take that out. Oh, we'll need kind of move this over, won't we? Do this type of thing. We're going to get a little bit of nuclear fallout on the way up. Hopefully that doesn't go too long. We're also obviously going to get a bit of heat bleeding out. And I've disabled auto repair. So I don't know if I hit that one. There we are. A little bit of steam in here. I was hoping that was not going to happen. I don't know if that's going to mess things up. But a single pipe there. Oh, one more pipe. I'll send the dupes out. Someone could build that for us. They don't. What? What? Show navigation. No. How did you get in here without an ammo suit? I'm not. Ah. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. It's that build. There we go. There we go. So let's put this back in, make that a priority. Things are rolling again. Now. Okay, don't get yourself stuck in here because someone's going to build a tile right there. Is that going to run? Staying around 300. As long as we don't get up to 500, it's a good sign. Okay, maybe, maybe. Oh, but let's also not forget that that needs to be covered up. I don't know if that steam is going to get in the way of the system. It's a little unfortunate. 1485. We dropping significantly or not? Like what? How is having nuclear fallout leading to heat deletion easily? Does this work? Oh no, 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 no. That's still not working. We're probably getting. Every now and then, it's just taking in too much heat. Huh. Let's go over here, see how things are doing, just to make sure our gas situation is getting under control. Doesn't seem to be a huge difference, but pump's running nonetheless. Kind of making the assumption that we don't want steam to be at this point right here. So maybe we can, I'm assuming that steam is lighter than the nuclear fallout, so we'll kind of do this type of thing. We won't get rid of it, but we will at least get it out of the way of where I'm targeting it to be, or not be. Okay, so now we just have, did I see some, carbon dioxide, where'd that come from? Oh, maybe, yeah, I guess that makes sense. A little bit of steam. Keep building this out. But are we getting anywhere? 14. I don't know how quickly this is supposed to work, if it works at all. 13. What I might do, and I think might be kind of interesting at this point in my play through, is first of all, I'll let this run for a bit to see if it's actually doing anything quickly. Why is that thermal aqua tuner not running? Oh, the pipe is broke, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Ah. I'm wondering if I had given some direct insulation such that this area is warm, but not extremely warm, with this little setup like that. Also, why didn't I build a door last time? So this time building the door. Hopefully that's going to limit the amount of other gases going in. Maybe even nuclear waste or fallout going out. Yeah, with a little bit of insulation, maybe this will work a little bit better. Still a little bit of damage, but okay, so how about we do this? We'll lock that, pop that, and let's have a look. So yeah, it's just a little bit cooler. Oh, okay, don't lock yourself in. Okay, get out of there. Yeah, let's just tell the dupes you can't go that direction. Maybe we've got something now. It's going off and on. Is that a power issue? Okay, so it's 800. But if I've insulated, is that going to make it more difficult to cool off this magma, which is the whole point? You know what? Maybe we need more nuclear waste. Maybe whatever I'm trying to discover here just involves that. I just haven't put in enough. Maybe I can even get away with enabling this again. In my head, I'm trying to figure out this puzzle of why this works, if it works, what's supposed to be going on. Let's cut that. Oh, and let's go back. I think I disabled. Probably have. Yeah, we want to. You know what? I don't think we need that anymore. Just check on this guy. 27 kilograms. We've got nuclear waste obviously being taken out. So actually this whole setup is pretty decent from what I see. Yeah, definitely the insulation down here seems to be necessary. Maybe I... Oh. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe let's undo. I'll let it run for a bit, but I'm not convinced I'm doing anything. Not an overheat. Wait. Oh. You're flooded. And, okay. That's probably beyond mopping. Yeah, that's beyond mopping. Let's pop that. What about in here? Can we mop that? Let's mop that. Mop. That's running again. Making sure inside here stays nice and cool. Yeah, these guys are just not happy. You almost need a dedicated cooling system instead of relying on the cooling system way over here. Part of me just wants to connect this cooling system dedicated to this and just let it get up to 90 degrees. Oh, how are you? Oh, I see. Yeah, right, because I just deleted that tile. Oh. Yeah, let's just lock that. Stop going in. Nice. Noticing a problem in the main base. We're getting small little packets of polluted water. And that's effectively reducing the rate at which we can produce water so much that, well, it's just really bad. We're just barely keeping up with that. I just noticed that, yeah, these plants are out, but that would also mean that these plants are, oh, shoot. Okay, need to come up with a solution here. This is what I'm trying over here. We're going to shut this system off unless we have an overflow polluted water in this direction. So we're going to look for polluted water here. Only if we have polluted water in this location. Yeah, I think that would be okay. We'll see here. Let's see, liquid or just polluted water. So now we're getting full pieces of polluted water, 10 kilograms. Small pieces ending up here, but okay. Okay, there we go. And that might take a little bit of time to get things rolling again. The other thing that could go wrong is I noticed small little pieces of polluted water in here, but actually not a whole lot. In fact, just the moment, it's just mostly salt water. Hopefully that's going to return things to normal. Going back here, I might leave it here for today. We'll let this run. I mean, maybe it's working. I don't know how effective this is supposed to be. But if I compare this setup over here is at 1466. This one is 1472. I guess it's not terribly different. No, this hasn't been running as long. Anyways, maybe I'll look into this a little bit more. I probably have something completely backwards, maybe. Or maybe I'm just off by a little bit. Who knows? So that's running at full tilt. And yeah, we hopefully get lots of oxygen in the air, even though we had an outage of water. We're looking pretty good. Slowly getting natural gas down. Maybe just open this up just a tiny bit more. All right, that is it for today. Thanks for watching. This is Jared playing some Oxygen Not Included.